Hey there, the app that I'm reviewing is Speak for Yourself. Overall, I would give the app a meets expectation rating. For its customizable features, though, I would definitely say it exceeds expectations. Usually able to add words, symbols, and your personal photos very easily. And you can change the color of the icon. The vocabulary is super easy to access. Users can access 14,000 words with no more than 2 touches. It will be either 1 or 2 touches to say any single word. And there's a combination of preset symbols and blank spaces. So in the blank spaces, you can add any word that you would like. The voice output can be adjusted by rate and pitch and includes multiple voices to choose from. The users can also change the pronunciation of the words. The multiple voices feature, I think, is really what puts this app, in the exceeding expectations category, because if a child is using the app to speak, you can make the voice sound more like a child. And if an adult is using it, you can make the app sound more like an adult. So that's super fun. And, I feel like it's very person friendly and, person first feature. The app records data on many different elements, including the mean length of utterance, the words per minute, the time spent using the app, the idle time with the app open, and you can even track how often certain words are used. And if you have more activity in one time of day than the other, you could see if, what's going on at that time of day that is making the user use it much more than other times of day, and track your data that way. So it has some really cool data tracking stuff. For motor skills, the size of the buttons are not adjustable, which I understand why, because there are so many buttons on this app and it supports the motor planning, so you can't change the location of the buttons. The only way to make them bigger were to have a bigger Apple device. So in some ways, the size of the button could be limiting if the person using it has any motor difficulties that will prevent them from making those precise choices, the precise touches. But low physical effort is needed to actually just touch the symbols. They are just on an iPad or an Apple device, so it's as easy as, just tapping a screen, but the precision is what would make it a little bit more difficult, since if they have difficulties in that area. The audio is very clear to hear, and it's adjustable by volume, and then the pitch and the rate, like I was talking about before. And the vocabulary is very well organized, and I suppose if you were to make your custom buttons, if you wanted to somehow, for some reason, change the location of those, you could delete your custom button and then put that word in a different place. But other than that, they're not going to be moving. For the resources and time efficiency, I said that it would meet expectations. The AAC system is easy to teach. It has various settings that block out unnecessary symbols if you want to start by working with just a couple of symbols and fewer choices. And then you would need, depending on the age and the ability of the user, you would need adult assistance to help with the program and the customization and whatnot. But the actual use of it is pretty user-friendly. The large variation of symbols and customizable features allow for generalization of use across multiple communication goals. Anywhere that you can bring an iPad, you can bring this device, and all of the 14,000 words that you can put in there and you can customize them. It really allows for a lot of different uses for this app in communication. For the research basis, I would say it also meets expectations. The developers on their website actually have a whole section about the evidence-based practices that they try to incorporate into the app when they were making it. Like I talked about the motor planning before, there is definitely a research on motor planning with people with autism and other disabilities who may be using this, where, just like when you learn how to ride a bike, if you know that over here is going to be the word girl, it's always going to be the same spot and not move around. And it also encourages users to learn to speak using single words and then move on to combining the words to form unique sentences like we would naturally in our speech, instead of just pressing one button that will say a whole sentence in other communication devices that are out there. And the app is $299.99, so $300 out of pocket. It may seem like a lot, but you can put it on 6 different devices. And you can actually have multiple users on the same app. So that's kind of cool. There's a light version that's downloadable to iPads, but it does not have a free trial period. So that's something that I would like to see changed on this app, which is to add a free trial period for its users so they can try it out before making that $300 purchase.